Hi everyone, this is daveac and this is my vblog 158 for Friday the 29th of July 2011. Sci-Fi, cyber things, I think, space rocks, updates, Doctor Who fans and wine. Hopefully in 15 minutes, but probably slightly longer. Wine, of course, at the end. Alright, let's start with our usual things that we do. We start with Podshop related stuff. There's no new Podshop since I did my last vlog, but of course Lewis has been doing the live shows of Hitchhiker's Guide to British Sci-Fi now that Torchwood Series 4 is airing both, in many countries, but both in the States and here in the UK. Now, obviously, Hitchhiker's Guide to British Sci-Fi gives you the indication that this is following it at the UK rate, which only on Thursday, yesterday, aired episode 3. So last Sunday, which was the 24th of July, we covered episode 2 rendition. And I say we because myself, daveac, along with Graham, the second Doctor, Sheridan, was helping out Lewis on that live show, and it's now up on the feeds. This coming Sunday, which will be Sunday the 31st of July, Hitchhiker's Guide will again on TalkShoe, and the TalkShoe ID for that is 110825. And joining that, put yourself in the queue and have your say on episode 3. There are slight differences between the US broadcast version and the UK one, but that will probably get mentioned on the show. However, the Cult Collective that I do with Ian, the Sixth Doctor, has also been busy. Again, last Sunday, the 24th, 2 hours earlier at 2 p.m, we did one about what started out as a cult geek sitcom comedy in the States, which has been very successful, called The Big Bang Theory, which has now had 4 series and has got at least 3 more series in the offing. Is a show that we did, as I say, went for about an hour and 40 minutes talking about The Big Bang Theory. That, of course, you can catch on our TalkShoe ID of 54821. You can check it out from our blog, cultdom.com, or indeed why not subscribe to us on iTunes. During the middle of the week, we put out another of our commentaries. We're back on Doctor Who. We're back on Doctor Who Series 4, and the episode that we covered this week was episode 6, The Doctor's Daughter. So the idea, of course, is that you play your official video of the thing with the volume turned down very low and listen to us, and hopefully you'll enjoy some of the insights that myself, Ian and Mike Randall-Thor make during the commentary. And just to tell you that this coming Sunday on the 31st at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we're starting to do about Harry Potter. Not 3 weeks in succession, but over the next couple of months, we will be doing 3 shows on Harry Potter, and the one we're doing this Sunday is just covering years 1 to 3 of the Harry Potter storyline. Hope you'll join us for that, 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Okay, let's just keep with podcasting, science fiction, Doctor Who and what have you. Doctor Who news, it's now definite that Doctor Who is coming back on Saturday the 27th of August, both in the States and here in the UK. So that's Doctor Who coming back, and it's got that controversially titled one, Let's Kill Hitler. Hopefully a tongue-in-cheek title, I would think. But that will be coming very soon. That's only 4 weeks away. Wow. So looking forward to that. But the little video, I've got a DVD today. I haven't got any classical music, but I have got a video that I found out about on the Doctor Who news site that I mentioned before. This is a YouTube page, and it's by MEV Productions, their YouTube, and it's a fans video, FANZ, and it's nearly an hour long, and it's clips of all different Doctor Who fans talking about their favourite show. I've just let it run and paused it somewhere in the middle, so it's such a great programme. I hope the clip is a reasonable while I've stopped it on, but let's have a look. This is, I think, the Cavern Club, one of their meetings, and I think Toby Haydock is on this one, but we might have just missed him.
Which is, of course, for Haydock's called people who are best known in this country for appearing in episodes.
Oh, there he is.
Chase. That's what it says on their Wikipedia entry. That's what happens when you give Doctor Who fans access to the internet. I'm sure Lawrence Olivier says British Stadium is most famous for turning down the role of the mutant in Revelation of the Daleks. But
the event is for Alder Hay Children's Hospital. So any profit left over at the end of the event after we've paid, obviously, everything we've got to pay out goes to Alder Hay.
That's Erica Edgerton, by the way. And let's go on these. This is one of the Doctor Who cruises.
Doctor Who cruises back in the 1980s. At the time, I was working an annual convention in Florida called
Dan
Aquapod.
Harris.
We used to have the Doctor Who guests over every year, and the convention was lots of fun. But my mother, who was working as a travel agent,
Let's just jump it on, not to, just so we can see some of the other things on the programme.
From the story Warriors of the Deep, and unfortunately very much the worse for wear in the latex system.
I'm just jumping randomly now.
It's a coloured sticky tape. But as far as the camera is concerned, it looked absolutely great. Mostly these props are from Doctor Who. There's a couple of exceptions. Mask and Mandragora are at the top hieronymus Mars. The Metabelius crystal from the Green Death.
Metabelius crystal, blimey.
And the Hand of Fear itself.
Hand of Fear. There's the crystal at the top.
In the shop, we actually have
I'm going to have to pause it there. And let me just minimise that page. So it's fans, and that's MEV Productions 1. I'm sure you'll find that pretty quickly on YouTube. It's only gone up today, and it's already had quite a large number of viewings. I watched that early today, really enjoyed it. Steve Hatcher from the Hoovers was on there, lots and lots of people. Well, you'll recognise the people from different Doctor Who websites and fanzine magazines, and some of the writers of some of the Virgin books, and all sorts of people on there, and some Doctor Who personalities as well. Okay, time's moving on. What else did I say? Well, I said space rocks. Yeah, let's talk about some of the tech stuff that's going on. This was something that really interested me. This is on the BBC News site, so that's bbc.co.uk/news, and then you go to the Science and Environment tab. Trojan asteroid seen in Earth orbit by WISE telescope. And this is, there are a couple of points either side of the Earth where there's a sort of gravitational whirlpool where gravitation between the moon and Earth and that cancel each other out. I think they're called the Lagrange points. And that's where space debris might collect. And they found this giant rock, I think rock rather than planetoid. It's about, how big is it? Scanning, 200 to 300 meters wide. But the whole point is that would be an ideal place to send a space mission to, perhaps put a telescope on or a base on or something like that. Really exciting. I really was chuffed when I read that. So that was just something that tickled my fancy. I like these things about astronomy and space and so on. I keep thinking we should be at Mars by now, or at least be on our way to it, but that's just me. Still waiting for flying cars, of course. Okay, what else, David? You've lost your train of thought in the excitement. Oh yes, tech stuff now. Some updates and so on. Skype 5.5 is now out. Come out of beta, and that is integrating Skype more into Facebook, if that's what you want to do. iTunes and QuickTime, yet another update, something like 10.4.8 something now. The Apple OS 4 has had another update to 4.3.5. All these things, that I'm sure most people have found on the internet. The BBC iPlayer, the international version, was launched yesterday. Remember that I thought they were going to launch the American version one, and then there was a switcheroo a couple of months ago and said no, they're going to be doing the international one in Europe first. and that is going to be a sort of a paid service, but it will also have not just catch up for the last week, it will have all the catalogue programs for people to stream and watch on the international iPlayer. So that's good. And if you're in the UK and you have a Humax FreeSat satellite box and recorder, don't forget as well as the BBC iPlayer, you've got the ITV player coming to that. So lots of things happening with integration of, you have to have it connected to the internet, by the way. Although it's a satellite box, you actually have to have the network adapter added to get those extra services. Oh, I'm sure I'm missing stuff here because I'm getting so, oh yes, that was what it is. I said in the title, cyber things. Well, cyber thing really. And it's in this sealed bag. I've opened it because I've used it. It's cyber clean. Yeah, not very exciting when you hear it like that. But it's something I bought today when I was at the supermarket. And it looks like that silly putty stuff. And basically what it is, it's supposedly helping, I better not knock my wine over. It's ideal for, things like telephones and mice and keyboards. You just press and lift, press and lift. Press it, I'm not pressing it too far because I've got this other computer switched on, and the dirt sticks to this. It's got a very sort of clammy feel to it, and it's supposed to not only collect physical lumpy dirt, but it says here 99% of harmful particles. So it cost me about £2.50, that's about $4. I really need it because my main keyboard, as you know, is this white one, and it really does show sort of fingerprint marks fairly quickly. And I think I read once that in certain offices, there's probably more germs on the office keyboards than there are on the office toilet seats. So not a very pleasant thought. So sponge, and you close it in its airtight bag, and we'll see how that goes. Just a little gadget. Yes, I can just about afford a gadget like that. Oh, sorry, we froze up a little bit there. I can just about afford a gadget like that. Not these young lads that seem to be able to have, iPads and everything showing on their vlogs every week. Okay, nearly 13 minutes. Have I missed anything out, David, before we go to the wine? Well, I was going to mention the women's golf at Kanuski. Been watching that. That has really been great. Some fantastic scores the girls have been getting. What else? No, that's my little notes. Let's go to the wine. And we've got it. I don't think I've had this wine before, but it's similar to one I have had. It's classed as an easy drinking wine. I got it from Asda, which is Walmart in the States. It was a special wine they're offering at £4. Normally it's nearer to £6, so it was $6, normally $8 and $9. Let's come in. Winemaker selection, and I think that's what has probably mixed me up. I have had winemaker selections before, but I don't think this one. Otra Vida, and it's not focusing because it's got my head there, and I'm going to hold it still. Freeze frame. Sorry about this. I think that's as good as we're going to get. Freeze frame. David. I'm sorry, I'm not going to hold it in there. I'll read it to you. Medium bodied with soft tannins, serves as an aperitif. Our joy with steak are pasta dishes. But it's only 12.5%, 2010, and Malbec. Okay, well, it's been poured out. I've not poured a great deal out, but it's actually, I've had quite a lot of fruit coming off this, and I'm getting a lot of fruitiness, but it's sort of a red cherry, a red berry sort of smell. It's not that deep plummy jamminess that you get sometimes. Yeah, it's got that sort of slightly, as I said, red berry, red cherry, with a slightly more tart taste to it. There's not much tannins, as it says on the bottle. There's not much complexity. I'm not getting any vanilla. Hang on a minute. I was going to say it's a sort of soft and mellow, but it's slightly rough than mellow. No, I'm not explaining that really. What I mean, it's mellow in terms of it not being complex, but it's not a smooth mellow. It's got a slightly tarty edge to it. But it's very pleasant. I can see that actually going down very well with some sort of bowl of pasta. I still think I'd drink it with a steak. It's certainly a reasonable mid-week drinking wine. So there you are, Otra Vida. And I was going to read what that meant. Otra Vida, another life in Argentina. It's an Argentinian wine. La Otra Vida is a relaxing and pleasurable time away from the rigours of daily life and work. Whichever way you like to enjoy life, enjoy it with Otra Vida. Well, I think I'll get through that wine quite nicely. At £4, it's a reasonable buy. If I paid £6 for it, I'd be thinking it's a little bit limited. It's only been open about half an hour. I'm sure actually this is one of those wines that if I manage to make it 2 nights, it'll actually probably taste softer and more mellow tomorrow. And with that, as we come up to 17 minutes nearly, I think I better end this vlog. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate you doing that and hope to catch you next week. Bye all.